Okay, we are going to do another lovely lady. The Bunnahabhain. No, the Bunnahabhain. The Bunnahabhain. Let me see that. The Bunnahabhain. Take a read. It's in Scots Gaelic. It doesn't surprise me that I can't pronounce any of these names, but it's interesting seeing exactly how they're supposed to be read. This is a 46.3 single malt Islay whiskey. You'd assume, at least from what I have learned, that if it comes from Islay, it is peated. This is unpeated, it says. However, on the back it says it has hidden depths of peat. And from what I've also learned, the fact that it is a single malt, which for some of you that don't know this, um, being a single malt doesn't actually mean that they made the whiskey and then they put it in a barrel and then they put it in a bottle. That doesn't mean that that's a single malt whiskey. What actually single malt means is that it has to come from the same distillery. So for Bunnahabhain, for example, this can actually be a blend of 4 or 5 different whiskeys that they have made and put together. And you can still call it a single malt whiskey, but it has to be from the same distiller at Bunnahabhain. If it comes from different distillers, then I assume that's what the blended, that's when it turns into a blended whiskey. Interesting, and I think that's why it has a hidden depths of smoke. What I've learned watching some videos and just from experts and stuff is they say when there's these little hidden depths of stuff, it usually means that it's a blend of whiskeys. So I'm not saying for sure that it is, but I assume that it is from everything we know so far. Uh, all right. This got an 84.95 out of 1,500 votes. I'm super excited about this one. I think it's going to be really good. I don't think I've had an Islay whiskey that didn't have peat in, that wasn't peated. Very excited for it. This is my maybe third whiskey of the night, so feeling good. Mm. Oh yeah, that is nice. Ooh, did I get some like cherry in there? Mm. Wow, that is nice. Well, okay. Another thing about so go ahead, give it a whiff. I'll read some notes to you. You're gonna get a complex bouquet of dried fruits, toasted nuts, vanilla, and the coast. Yes, that's from the bottle, from the box. It says it smells like the coast. Interesting enough. Let's have a look at it. That color is absolutely gorgeous. It says that there's no additives in the color. So this color, however they made this, it looks absolutely wonderful if you ask me. The legs, I don't get much from the legs there a lot. They're actually, no, they're not thin by any means. So I think it's going to be a nice texture as well. The smell is lovely. But it is sherried. So sherry is gonna be your number one. You got some dried fruit, nuttiness, chocolate, vanilla, and fresh fruits, green fruits by the looks of it. I would say honestly, yeah, I would say some green apple. I get. What do you get? Say it out loud, so it helps makes it stick. I think I get some vanilla. Yeah, and there's something else like a candy maybe, some type of candy that I yeah, I can't. I don't know the name of it, but it reminds me of a candy of sorts. Great smell to it. Actually, so Bunnahabhain, go in for a taste, please. Check it out. Let me know what you think. The Bunnahabhain. So they're founded in 1881, and they're off the northeast coast of Islay, of the island, or the land. I don't know. It's massive, but anyways, it's on the northeast coast, and it's so remote that they actually had to do everything by the sea trade. They sent everything by sea, by boats, and got everything by sea, by boats, until 1960, when Scotland finally made them a road. I guess apparently the road was absolutely awful though, and it was still really bad, so they still did a lot of stuff by sea trade until finally 1993 they got rid of the pier, and they started doing everything by land travel, and that's why Bunnahabhain actually means mouth of the river, because it's in that, I think, that remote location. That's the name of the town, I think. So I don't think like it's named that for the whiskey or by any means. But all right, I'm gonna shut my mouth and drink this. God, I talk a lot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't say too complex. At least not for me. I get a chocolate finish for sure. I got a finish after, or I got the chocolate in the finish after I already swallowed it. But I would say I got some dried fruits with that. I think like some raisins or some, yeah, something, I don't know, like apricot, but not really apricot. That's too pungent. But it was also very strong, so I'm definitely going to add water to this. I suggest you guys do the same. I can imagine that it's burning your mouth as much as it's burning mine. I'm just going to do a touch more here. But I think it's really cool how they did it. They were so far away in Islay that they still made it work. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me read the back of the box for the palate. So, rich sherry, roasted nuts with sweet malt and sultanas. They have a warming spice with velvety caramel and a subtle coastal influence. Once again, they're really obsessed with that coast, eh? I guess they got to market that story, that brand, But it is kind of cool, obviously, because I agree with it. I just said it. The smell is still there. I get a little bit of honey, and I think yeah, I'd say some caramel undertones there. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's nicer with the water. It doesn't burn as much. But I'm gonna go in for a little bit of a kick. I think because I'm not getting a lot of flavor. Maybe it's just me. Maybe because it's my third whiskey tonight. I'm gonna try the banana split. I'm gonna let you guys know how it is, because I want to see if it pulls anything out or if it gives anything a little bit extra to it, perhaps. Cheers, guys. What do you think? I think the finish is really nice, but I don't get a lot of flavor or I don't get like a ton of flavor with the palate. This is really good. Sorry if you can hear me chewing on this thing, by the way. Yeah, look at the legs now. The legs are nice. It's a nice, rich, creamy texture. I get the velvety, it said. Yeah, that velvety caramel. Yeah, I'd say that's nice. Yeah, try it with the banana split. Honestly, the banana split is really good. I think it pairs with it nicely because it's just a little bit more powerful than the whiskey. So it actually complements it really nice. At least that I think. I mean, some people don't like sweet at all, so maybe you won't like it. I'm not going to bother with the ice because I think it's good. Just, you know what? Of course I'm going to bother with the ice. I have to try it with the ice so that you guys know whether it's worth it or not. It's my job. My job. All right. Interesting whiskey facts of the night. Did you know in 1956 that whiskey replaced William in the NATO alphabet. That's why they say whiskey. What is it? Whiskey, foxtrot, all that stuff. Now instead of William, it used to be William. Even though William has a harsher W than whiskey does. Okay, here we go. It's okay. It's fine. It's as assumed. It's better. It's best with water. Better. Best with water. Better with without water, and then the last option is with ice. I wouldn't have this with ice. This is not a. It's not an ice whiskey, but I would enjoy it with the banana split. I hope that you guys like it. Let me know what you think. Honestly, put it in the comments. That would be great if I start getting a little bit of action in the YouTube channel. Wonderful. And one more fact to send you off. Did you know that there are over 300 different varieties of barley, but they only use a few to make whiskey production? All right, sending you off. Ciao, guys.